Zach, we need to be at Carol's bar at 2200. Looks like we have some time to kill.
We can go to the diner and see how Nick and Olivia are doing.
Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Deadly Premonition. Last time, York laid out the plan of what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to be pulling a stakeout on Nick and Diane. And York's not wasting any time on this. It's going down tonight, not tomorrow. But we do have a little bit of time. As you can see, it's 20:31. And it's not until 22 o'clock that the operation is going to go down. So we do have an hour and a half game time, kill, before we actually have to do anything. We could see some people over at the A&G, including Kaysen. York did say that he wanted to go over there to see how Olivia and Nick are doing. We'll just pay them a quick visit. If you remember, York's plan is that they're going to...
Is there something here that you want to check out?
We need to be at Carol's bar at 2200. We're free until then.
So York's plan was that they're going to tail Nick and Diane and see where they go, see what they do when they get together. George is stationed at the Muses Gallery, and he's going to be following Diane once she leaves for tonight. Emily is going to be stationed here at the A&G. She's going to follow Nick once he leaves after the diner closes. Thomas is going to be at the Galaxy Terror, and he's going to be tending bar and is going to be watching the two of them, as that's where they usually get together. After they leave, York is going to follow them wherever they go. Nervous breaking down. So Olivia seems to be very suspect that Nick might be the killer. Maybe that's preferable to thinking that he might be having an affair with Diane. Just put that in your pocket. Let's see what new dishes they have. Let's see. Yeah, new T-bone steak, chicken pot pie, and sweet potato pie. We are pretty hungry, so we might as well have something. For some reason, the sweet potato pie is pretty expensive, but only satisfies a moderate amount of hunger, while the chicken pot pie, which is cheaper, does a large amount. So we'll have that. Of course, we can't actually get into the kitchen to see how Nick's doing, because he still won't let us in there. That's fine. We'll be talking to Nick soon enough if York has his way. Sure is very pink out tonight. Doesn't seem like anyone else is here. Anyone of interest. So, what else can we do while we're waiting for this operation to go down? Well, I wanted to talk to Quint. York felt that he was one of the people of interest, of course, since it was Becky's boyfriend, and he was the one who made the call from her house. Now, since it's at night, he should be working at the Swery 65. We actually have not been back there for a while now. So let's head over to the Swery 65. Let's have a talk with Quint and Richard while we're doing this, and see if Quint has anything to say about the night that he found Becky. Well, he thought she was dead. She was still alive when he found her, but obviously... York?
Let's focus on the case at hand. The murders with the red seeds. Officially, the Bureau has not made a statement about these seeds. Some even claim that they are irrelevant to the killings. But after the red seeds were found in a Boston homicide, I've been unable to get them out of my hand. I've even gone through all of the files looking for similar cases, and we found 7 other homicides related to the seeds. The victims were all young girls, and they were killed in 8 different states. They arrested all 7 murderers, but there's no connection between them. However, we must not overlook there was one thing linking the cases together, and that's the red seeds.
I have a hunch this case here in Greenville is going to lead us to the truth about those seeds. Don't you think so, Zach?
Well, let's just do what we can do and do our best. By doing our best, I'm sure we'll get to where we need to go.
So for the first time, we find out a little bit about these previous red seed cases. And that the murderers had been arrested for each time. And that there apparently was nothing linking the cases together aside from the presence of the red seeds.
Willie, how are you doing, boy?
Yeah, we've seen this before.
Hey, Willie, wait! Where are you going?
You got me, Cason. Willie just ran off with some bones I was carrying as evidence.
Bones?
I can't really go into the details, but I need them.
York, that's not good. Willie loves bones. He's a dog. And carrying bones around with him is like throwing a blonde in a bikini into a boy's locker room. It's almost like you were asking for trouble. Sorry, but you're just gonna have to forget about your bones. I better run after him now. I'll see you later.
Inappropriate similes.
Forget about them. If I gave up that easily, then I wouldn't be a good federal agent, would I, Zach? We're going to have to search his house, Zach. Let's get back those precious bones.
Right, so we've seen that before. The reason this happened again is because we have a new bone since the last time Willie took him. We'll take our time getting them back, though. We don't really need them immediately. Let's see who's here. Oh. Hey, it's Sally. Getting out of the house. And apparently still wearing that bathrobe. That is terrifying. Alright, yeah, so Sally is not any better from when we last spoke to her. But we didn't know anything about Anna having a boyfriend, though. No one seemed to indicate that. Yeah, maybe she really shouldn't have left the house. Well, here's Quint. Let's see how he's taking things. Well, we've met him twice. I mean, we kind of know more about him than Quint does, I think. Quint seems pretty upset about things. But at least he hasn't become a basket case like Sally. Well, I don't think York really understands how anyone feels. Not sure if York feels himself. Yeah, well, Quint has his own menu that we can buy from if he wanted to get something. So let's see what he has. Okay, he has some drinks. The Q to B. Gimlet? Dry Martini, Brandy Sour, Cosmopolitan, Old Clock, Screwdriver, Matador, and some foods, coleslaw, barbecue salmon, buffalo wings, fried zucchini. We're not hungry, so we don't actually need anything. But he does have his own unique food and drink that we can choose from. Let's have a word with Richard. Sure, we understand that.
Hey!
Give him some room. Richard will have some new things to order as well. Let's see, he's got the Wild Cowboy, Sidecar, Havana Beach, Frozen Daiquiri, Millionaire, Roast Duck. So as the investigation goes on, they will have new meals. So Quint was seeing Becky every day, and we know that there was something going on with the red powder, but Quint has not given an indication that he knows who the killer is. It seemed like Becky did, and it seemed that if Quint knew, he probably wouldn't be here right now. Probably would be going after whoever it was. Let's head out of here. Kaysen's car is still here, even though Kaysen is nowhere to be found. So let's get back these bones and see what bonus we get.
Zach, I'm glad I don't...
Yeah, we don't need a warrant to search a doghouse. Sternum. Hip bone. Right hand. Left hand.
Looks like we've picked up a little bonus, too. We'll have to give Willie something to make up for this another time.
Yeah, let's take the turkey sandwich out of the doghouse. That's worse than the first aid kit. So, we've done that side quest for the second time. Won't be the last time. So, let's see. There's really nothing else in this part of town to do, so let's head back to the Galaxy of Terror and see what Thomas is up to, since he should be in position by now. Right, so we did find out a little bit of information about those previous cases, which Emily's taking her time to get there. We passed her on the way. But yeah, looks like York doesn't want to talk about it anymore. But he hasn't mentioned anything about the previous Red Seed cases up to now, so now we do know that there was a different murderer each time, and each time they were caught. And there doesn't seem to be anything connecting the murders besides the Red Seeds. At least we know why York took command when he saw the Red Seeds during Anna's autopsy. He confirmed that there was some sort of connection, even if York himself does not know what the connection might be. He seems to have a feeling, though, that we're going to find the source of the seeds here in Greenville. I guess that's because his coffee told him that. Right, so over there is our mark, but it's not 22 o'clock yet, so we can't go in there. Carol on stage, and Thomas is in position. Sure is. Alright, I guess not. Yeah, I guess it would be bad for Nick to see us in here, since he knows that we do have our eyes on him. And he certainly is uncomfortable around York, So perhaps we shouldn't let them know that we're around. You know, we never actually have the opportunity to walk around Greenville very much. We're always going from one place to another. But if you do that, you might miss a few things. Just things here and there. When you have this building right here, that's really unmarked, and you can't actually enter it. But if we walk by, then we can see that this is actually Greenville Emergency Services. They've got fire truck, ambulance, and they're the only ones in the town. I guess a town the size of Greenville wouldn't really need more than that. They probably rarely have to use the ones they have. Pity we can't drive that fire truck, though. And by the Galaxy of Terror, there were a couple other stores. And we've got the General Mart here. Don't know much about that, aside from that, you're not supposed to park in front of the container. Oh, and by the way, have you wondered what time of year this game is supposed to take place in? Because it doesn't actually tell us. Well, you were wondering that. There's our answer. Doesn't look like autumn, though. Everything's very green in Greenville. Nope, no, you're not open. Can't actually go in. Over here, what do we have over here? We've got Studio GV. And all I can tell you about that is that milk is not needed. I disagree. Also after, with someone with a blue face. So there's that. Again, structures we can't actually ever go into. Got a residential area right here. Again, nothing there. It's just sitting there for ambience. So yeah, if you walk around the streets of Greenville, you see a lot of small, useless things that you might not ordinarily see. A lot of posters, a lot of textures that are just around. They're just there. Even if they have no purpose. That seems to be the way Swery likes to make games. He likes to have little useless features that you might find just by poking around a little bit. Well, there's really nothing else to do right now, and it's 20:59, so we might as well just smoke until we get to 22. And then we'll get this operation underway. Alright. It's time. Ready to do this thing? Let's go.
Nick's still in the bar.
Just as we planned then. I wonder what happens next.
Agent York, you're really enjoying this, aren't you? I have to admit, I envy that.
What about Diane? Emily, check that with George.
George, can you hear me? Nick's leaving the bar. What's happening with Diane?
Stay put, George. I'm thinking Nick will head to the gallery. Let's meet up there.
Agent York, it's Nick.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's go. Okay. Time to play with the big boys, Nick.
Alright, there's Nick in front of us, and we're just going to inconspicuously follow him, though not in our own car, unfortunately. We're in the original cop car, the spy fiction car. I guess because we needed a back seat for Thomas. And we don't want Nick to notice us. We can't get too close, or he'll see us. If it's in the blue, then we're fine. If it's orange, we're starting to get a bit too close. Once it turns red, though, then we really have to watch out. It's a little different following Nick around than driving normally, because usually we're just tearing around at top speed, but we can't do that now. So, what do you suppose happens if Nick sees us? Let's say we just happen to just ram him. What do you suppose might happen?
I think he noticed us.
How can you stay calm at a time like this? We've just failed.
No need to worry. Nick will do this all again tomorrow night.
How can you be so sure?
If he breaks his daily pattern just because he saw us tonight, then that would mean he's up to no good. We can question him then. He'll be at the bar. I'll bet dinner on it.
You sound very confident. All right then, we'll try again tomorrow.
I'll let George know that we're trying again tomorrow.
So, we have to do all this again tomorrow?
That's right. Looks like Nick gets to play with the big boys for another day.
So yeah, if Nick notices us by us getting too close, or if we start flashing our sirens, he'll see us, and the chase is called off, as we can assume that he's going to change his plans if he knows that he's being chased by the cops. But York does not seem all that concerned. He thinks this is not going to make a difference, because if Nick is innocent, then he's not going to change his normal routine just because he saw us. And if he does change his routine, that's even more of a reason to believe that he might be suspect of something. I'm not sure if that reasoning really holds up, but it works for him. But what do you suppose would have happened if we missed this appointment altogether? Because, you know, we've gone off and we've done things and we've missed plenty of deadlines before. So what would have happened if we missed it this time?
Agent York! There you are.
Emily, what's the matter?
Nick left the bar alone. I tried to follow him, but he saw me.
I see. That's a shame.
A shame? Is that all you can say? Weren't you supposed to follow him from the bar? This was your plan, and you messed it up. What's up with you?
I had something else to do. What about Diane?
She didn't show. Maybe they got wind of our plan?
I doubt that. Nick is practically blind to his surroundings, and Diane hasn't put up her guards yet. That means we have another chance tomorrow. Let's call it a night.
We have to do this your way, right? I can't believe this.
Let George and the others know too, okay?
So if we just blew off this stakeout, Emily shows some genuine annoyance with us, which is pretty much the first time she's done that. Before, she's just been quietly tolerating York's oddness. But that time, she does let him know that she thinks that this is all pretty amateur. Now, we just passed that curved, twisted tree. If you remember, we passed that tree quite a few times going to Becky's house. Well, on the other side of that fork is the road to the art gallery, so we are definitely on our way there. very slowly on our way there, as well as whoever that is in front of Nick, who's slowing us all down. So yeah, even though it would only take us less than a minute to get to the art gallery driving full speed, the citizens of Greenville actually do respect the speed limit, which is sort of a foreign thing to us, the way we've been driving around town so far. So this chase does take a little while to be resolved, and it can be tempting to try to speed up a bit, but no, you have to keep your foot off the pedal and really show some restraint, not to just drive right up into Nick. And with both times, with failing this, either missing the appointment or getting noticed by Nick, you get to try it again the next night with no repercussions. Nick will again be at the Galaxy of Terror. Diane will once again not be there, and Nick will take off to the art gallery, and we'll follow him. Or not, if you decide to miss it again. So that's really all up to you. Not much conversation going on with York and the police this time. Everyone's all very focused on Nick up ahead.
We'd all have halos by now if I was driving.
I think someone's putting a curse on all the cars I drive recently.
Agent York, Nick's getting away.
Don't worry, time to get serious. Hold on, you two, this might get bumpy. Is Nick here? George.
No, he hasn't showed up here.
What about Diane? Any movement?
No action here at all. Did something happen?
Yes, a little. But George, something's different about you. Are you okay?
Actually, I had a little drink while I was waiting. This is my first murder case, after all. I'm on edge, and I needed one. It was only a little, though. I'm still in control.
Zach, Nick and Diane are probably both inside.
George, you're sure you didn't see Nick?
Positive. I haven't taken my eyes from the entrance all night.
Not that I don't trust you, George, but I'm positive Nick is here. Is there another entrance?
Not that I know of.
Well, I'll go look for one. Help me out if you can, would you?
Magic FBI poncho go, and we find ourselves in the front of the Muses Gallery, which for some reason no one is around. George said that Nick did not drive by, but if you know the layout of Greenville and where we were driving, there really wasn't anywhere else that he could have gone but here. Yet Nick's car is not here. I think he means I know. So we're going to have to look around and see if we can find another way in, since the front door is locked. Any luck? Because there wasn't anywhere... There's actually nothing else around here but the gallery. Don't know where else he could have gone but this gallery, though. Really isn't another way in. We know that there's a back... We know that there's a back door to the art gallery. We saw that last time we were here. So let's head round back and see if that's open. Guess Diane put these fences up again since we were last here. Oh. Red vines? Well, that can't be a good sign. Neither can you. Well, they've got shadows. And red vines. Maybe a shotgunner. Let's get around him. Maybe George and company could come back here and take a look at this. And they are taking more hits than they did before. Let's get around front. So the shadows are getting tougher since their first appearance. It is taking more hits. That's why it's a good thing we have the guitar, since that can still take them out in one. Yeah, so guys, maybe you want to take a trip with me behind that museum? Something interesting back there. That's not really what I was talking about. No? Don't want to go back there? You're just gonna... What are you looking at? We're looking for another entrance. There's no door down there. George? No, just gonna stand there? Oh, last time we were here, there was a pickup truck blocking this way. It's gone now, though. More shadows. George, want to come over here? Got something to show you. Maybe you could just take a few steps this way. Those shadows are not passing that line. Just take a second, George. No, I guess he's not coming over here. Shame, because it would be nice to get some confirmation on whether anyone else sees them. Or if they can see that. Right, so the guitar is going to prove its worth as we go on through the investigation. And by the way, this is an infinite respawn point, so don't bother trying to kill everyone, because you can't. They'll just keep coming back. And while we're here, let's not forget that on the mini-map it does show a trading card. It's Nick's card. Nick's here so often, it makes sense that his card would be left lying around here. We don't want to stick around. Like I said, they'll just keep coming back. So let's just club our way through and try to get to safety. Yeah, George, Emily, Thomas, here they are in front of the gallery. No interest in coming back here, I guess. Now, we're at that cabin that's behind the gallery, but we couldn't get here before, because this door is locked. So, Let's just fix that. Let's see what we have inside this cabin.
Emily, I want you guys to...
Wait out here, I know. I'm not gonna fight you about this anymore. But promise me this. If there's trouble, then you'll call us in, okay? You might not think so, but we're a team.
A team?
That's what I think, at least, and I'm interested in you and Zach. I don't want anything to happen to you before I hear more about you two.
Zach, did you hear that? She wants to know more about you. Isn't that a nice surprise? Amazing.
Sure, it's a nice surprise, but, might have been nice to take that opportunity to ask her if she happened to see any of those zombies walking around. Didn't seem like she, noticed anything was wrong. Or if she happened to see these red vines that have been hanging around. Well, we can't go back up now because the red vines are blocking our path. So, still don't know if Emily and company could see those shadows. But apparently we found an underground way into the art gallery. So maybe Nick took this way inside. Only one way to find out. But for right now, we're going to call into headquarters and save. And then next time on Deadly Premonition, we're going to head inside the art gallery and see if we can find out what's going on with Nick and Diane. See you next time.